First of all, I'm really grateful to be back, so thank you very much to the SEMCON team for having me. This is my third time speaking, and as part of my gratitude for being here, I wanted to share a couple techniques today. How many people here were directly affected by Penguin? My buddy over here, we got a couple, but you guys are all aware of what that was, right? That was a big update that Google launched recently. So, on the topic of link building, part of what we focus on is ways to not only build links in a post-Penguin environment when dealing with these Google updates, but also techniques we can use to recover. Part of the biggest challenge that SEOs really face today is looking at creative ways to build links. Moving away from that manual acquisition technology or techniques that we at one time really relied on, right? We had to go out and get these things independently, one at a time. So many of the strategies that we use today, especially in highly competitive verticals, have to focus on building a lot of quality links while bearing in mind that while anchor text still plays a role, it certainly can't dominate our profile. So what we're going to look at today is an example of how to really succeed. We're going to talk about what Penguin was, the impact that it had, ways to kind of get around it, and link building in a new reality in Google, facing the facts that there are going to be additional updates and that we're really going to have to learn to adapt. So this is link development ideas. This is a creative session. I want to share some of the strategies I've been using recently and some forward-thinking ideas which can help you not only recover if you were affected by Penguin, but also to really build a domain that is strong, something that can endure and sustain damage if another update happens to come your way. So let's get started. Let's face the facts here. Penguin, the reality of Penguin, the reality that Google is making these updates, it's not exactly a punishment, but it's a punishment. For years, we went out and we acquired all kinds of links that had a very tangible impact. We bought them. We sold them. We did what we could to basically build a profile that propped up a website to make it strong. And you had to do this if you really worked in competitive verticals. It was necessary. If you were dealing with verticals like loans, anything financial, something where there's lots of volume but lots of really big brands, the reality was you weren't going to get away with some of these pure white hat techniques. You just weren't going to get there. And this notion that content is king, that you can just sit there and write articles all day, well, that's just not enough if you're out there trying to sell shoes online or you're trying to sell a product. With e-commerce sites especially, it's even more difficult because why would somebody link to a random piece of plumbing for a toilet that you can buy online? There's no reason for that. So sites that are very social by nature, sites that are publisher sites,